So let's go back to Thanksgiving Day 1991. We have 23-year-old Omaima Nelson, right? Now, this nutcase has only been married at this point now for about 3 weeks, right? To a man about 30 years her senior, William Nelson, this guy right here, right? He's 56, she's 23. They met up somewhere, and 2 weeks later, they decided that they were the ones for each other, and they got married. Now, Bill's past is a little bit murky. All I know is that he is a pilot, and he's done time in federal prison for trafficking marijuana, right? So he's done a little bit of time in prison. Maybe he's not a bad guy, but he does have a past. And Omaima, well, she has a past too. This is a very psychologically disturbed woman. Thanksgiving Day, 1991. Now, maybe Bill is feeling a little bit frisky. And Omaima, she's like, yeah, I'm feeling frisky too, husband. So they're at home, and according to Omaima, he's into bondage sex, right? He likes a little bit of bondage mixed with his sex. So she tells him, hey, you wanna me to tie you up so I can do whatever disgusting things I'm about to do to you? And he says, why not? Sure. So she ties him up. And then in Omaima's whacked out mind, she starts remembering all of the weeks of sexual abuse that supposedly Bill inflicted upon her. And then maybe she starts thinking about other sexual abuses that she has suffered through the hands of different men throughout her 23 years of existence on this planet. And as she's tying him up, now he can't move. Now, Bill's a big guy. He's about 6'4". He weighs about 230 pounds. Omaima, she's not even 5 feet tall. So as he's tied up, she grabs a lamp and throws it at him, or chucks it, or breaks it over his head, or whatever. She all of a sudden realizes, oh, I got a pair of scissors in my hands, and she starts stabbing and stabbing, and this guy is like flailing to get the hell away, but she's got him tied down pretty good. She's stabbing and stabbing and stabbing, and it keeps going on and on. And she stabs, and then after the blood is everywhere, it's pouring everywhere, and she sees an iron, that you iron your clothes with, and she starts bashing him in his face. Bash. She's so psycho. She has like this psychotic man type strength, and she bashes him with this iron, and she's breathing. She's tired, and she looks at the iron, and it's covered with skin, blood, and hair. She's just killed this guy. Okay, well, all right, so he's dead. Well, now I got to get rid of his body. So she slowly, methodically starts dismembering him. Now, again, 6'4", 230 pounds. She's 5 foot nothing, probably 100 pounds if that. So she just starts dismembering. But she's not, she's psycho. She's a crazy, she's a nutcase. But she's not stupid. Now, she's got to cover up her tracks. So she cuts off his hands, and she says, okay, fingerprints, they're going to be able to identify him. So she gets the pot, pours oil in it, heats it up, and throws the hands in there. And she's going to boil off his fingerprints, right? She cuts off his head, throws it in the freezer for later, right? Because, she has to knock out his teeth so they can identify him through dentals. And over the next 2 days, she's slowly and methodically dismembering this guy. Can you imagine how much blood is in this place? So she's dismembering, and she's trying to run his body, the different body parts, through the garbage disposal, doing all of that, right? Finally, after 2 days, she's exhausted, and now she has like these trash bags full of his body parts, right? And she calls up one of her ex-boyfriends, and she's like, hey, remember me? It's Omima. He's like, well, yeah, how could I not, how could I forget you? You know, you're insane. And so she says, hey, I kind of killed this, my husband because, he was being abusive to me. And so I need your help so I could ditch these body parts, right? And he said, well, cool. I would love to be an accessory to your murder. So after he hangs up the phone with her, he calls the police and says, supposedly this woman is saying that she killed her husband, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, Bill hasn't showed up to work in a few days, right? So the boss at his job, I'm not sure where he's working at, but they're calling his house. He's not answering the phone. They call the police because they're wondering where he's at. And, well, the investigation continues. They find his car parked with his body parts, some body parts, not all the body parts. And they go to this apartment right here at 2117 Eldon. I think that's the name of the street we're on right now. And when they go to his apartment, it smells like death, decay, and it smells like blood. That silvery smell that a lot of detectives say, like, that blood smells kind of silvery. And next thing you know, they get a hold of Omima and they charge her with his murder. So the murder happened in this apartment complex right here. I don't know the apartment number. It's one of these right here. A pretty nice street where we're on right now. A pretty nice street for a very heinous crime to occur. I'm walking in the apartment complex right now because I'm trying to see if I can get a sense of where this crime was committed in what apartment. I have no idea. One of these apartments right here. So anyways, after she was arrested and put on trial for his murder, now you got the defense attorney for Omima Nelson. Now he basically says, okay, Your Honor, she is psychotic, right? Now the prosecuting office, they brought in a court-appointed psychologist that was talked to or interviewed Omima. And she said during the dismemberment that she made his ribs kind of like how they do at a barbecue restaurant, and she cooked it in barbecue sauce because, I don't know about you, but I like my ribs really tender. I mean, who doesn't? But this is sick. This is disgusting. I mean, this is an obvious psychopath right here. And that's exactly what the psychologist said. They said that she's a psychopath and she suffers from PTSD. And also, the defense, now they're telling the jury, 4 men and 4 women jury, they're saying, or 6 men and 6 women jury, they're saying, look, yes, she's psychotic. Yes, she's crazy. She grew up in a very, very poor part of Cairo. When she was 3 years old, they forced her to do those genital mutilations that they do to girls when they cut off the parts of their vagina. So when they did this to her, it made sex for her very uncomfortable. And you imagine a wound like that would pretty much make anybody crazy. So, and then also Omima is saying that, she's like, oh, I suffered, he would sexually assault me so many times and I was defending myself. Okay, well, she was defending herself. Crazy. So, I mean, this is a nice apartment. Kind of waiting for somebody to call the police on me. Got some strange guy just kind of walking around talking about a murder that happened here like well over 30 years ago. So anyways, the trial lasts a few weeks. Now she's being charged with first-degree murder. So the jury deliberates. So they're saying, okay, she comes from a very abused background, and the whole thing with the genital mutilation and all that stuff. Okay, so the jury, obviously, they feel that, they're feeling sympathy for her. So the verdict comes back. So they acquitted her of the first-degree murder, but they charged her and convicted her of second-degree murder. She was also convicted for assaulting and tying up one of her former boyfriends and robbing him at gunpoint. This woman is nuts. Okay, this woman is absolutely nuts. So she was sentenced to 27 years to life in prison. Now, the last time she went up for parole, she was denied. And the courts said that they denied her parole because, well, she hasn't done, girl, you haven't done any of your educational classes or your vocational classes. You haven't done anything, you know. I guess she just sits in her cell all day and thinks about whatever. And during the trial, the psychologist, the court-appointed psychologist, he had told the court that she told him the reason why she dismembered him is because she was scared that in the afterlife that he would come back and seek revenge. So she had to cut up his body parts so he couldn't get her. You know, during the trial, this jury, they're seeing this woman for what she is, very, very mentally disturbed. I don't believe that this woman was in her own right mind. This was not a person that you know, that did this with the right mind. And also, when they were gathering evidence or gathering Bill's body, they didn't get all of his body. No, 130 pounds of Bill was missing. And, well, where did the rest of Bill go? Well, like, remember when I was telling you she was, you know, with the garbage disposal? Well, when they were talking to the surrounding units in whatever apartment this murder occurred at, one of the neighbors was saying, like, yeah, man, for like the last 2 days, like that garbage disposal was like it never turned off. It was just constantly for 2 days. It was just on. It was just on. It was just on. So 130 pounds of, or 100 pounds of Bill went into the city sewer system. But it all happened at this apartment. I wish I knew the door. I wish, because I usually like finding the apartment number, but this time I can't. So anyway, so Omaima Nelson, she is currently being held at the Chowchilla Women's Prison here in California. Chowchilla is about, I want to say about 4 hours north of here. I've been to Chowchilla before. It's the largest women's prison in California. It holds roughly about 80 some odd % of all female inmates in the state. So maybe I will send Omaima a smoke signal and ask her if she wants to do an interview. We'll see what happens. Who knows? What is going on, everybody? Lamont on the run today. We're at the Hilton in St. Augustine, Florida. Just got done doing a video for Lamont at Large about an event that took place there. Well, not exactly there. It took place many, many years ago. Interesting video, I think, personally. Anyways, moving along, guys, we got a very sad story for you. Very, very sad story coming out of Indianapolis. Yeah, Indianapolis. A woman, 32-year-old Sharon Key, this woman right here, she stabbed her little niece over a BK Burger King chicken sandwich. Burger King, the most horrible, worst fast food chain that ever was. Burger King is just terrible. It's not the food that's terrible, it's just everything about that business in terms of running it, advertising. It's just absolutely terrible. So she didn't mean to stab the baby. You see, what happened was they were staying at a Days Inn motel, Hotel Holiday Inn. I don't know if they're sightseeing or if they're kind of, you know, maybe they're in between places. That kind of stuff, I don't know. So the mother of the baby, her sister, goes into the bathroom to take a shower. So this baby's just chilling. I think the baby's 13 months. And you know, so she got a Burger King chicken sandwich. Okay, I don't know if she got the little like $1.49 chicken sandwich, or she went balls to the wall and went ahead and got the BK chicken broiler. Do they still have that? Or the original chicken sandwich, which some would say is the best chicken sandwich that was ever made, which I don't even believe in that at all. I believe Popeyes is the best chicken sandwich ever made. Not even close. Chick-fil-A, get out of here. It's Popeyes all day long. So get this. So I don't know what she's doing with her chicken sandwich other than not eating it, because this dog, which is a pit bull, of course, I knew the dog was going to be a pit bull in this story. So the pit bull sees this chicken sandwich, and he's thinking to himself, man, I don't think this broad right here is going to finish this chicken sandwich. I don't think she's interested, but I am, because I'm tired of eating this mutton or this kibble or whatever this nonsense. Or maybe they're just, they're not feeding me enough. I'm starving, and this chicken smells really, really good. So the dog takes that chicken sandwich and makes it ghost. He makes it gone. That chicken sandwich is done, kids. It's already in his large intestine, going into his small. That chicken sandwich is going to be dog turds in about the next 6 hours, right? So Sharon, she can't let this go. She can't let this go. She says, what in the living hell did you just do? What did you just do? So she grabs some kind of an object, like a knife, the sharpest thing, because she wants revenge for her chicken sandwich that's gone forever. She's never gonna get that chicken sandwich back. She'd have to go to Burger King to buy another one, but she can't get that chicken sandwich back. So she gets a knife to try to stab the dog. And I guess the dog was like by the baby, which it's always a good idea to keep a pit bull next to a baby, because usually those stories, when they make the news, they're always it's always a heartwarming story of babies being physically mauled and maimed. So she's attempting to stab the dog, and in the process, she stabs the baby, like right in the face. Right in the face.
Nope.
Yeah, that baby let out a piercing scream, and then the mother comes out of the shower when she's hearing the baby scream, and she says, what the hell is going on? And she says, well, you see, the dog ate my chicken sandwich, so I grabbed a knife and to stab the dog, and I accidentally stabbed the baby. Well, she didn't really say it like that, because she starts panicking and going crazy. So she's like, kind of accidentally sort of stabbed the baby in the face. I gotta go now. So she takes off like a bat out of hell. And the mother starts panicking like crazy. So she ends up calling 911, and they arrive. They see this little baby suffering from a very, very nasty wound. The injuries include a fractured temporal bone. I think that's the upper part of the eye, I'm guessing, or the side of the eye, something like that. Injuries were called critical by the police and the paramedics that arrived. So eventually, Sharon was arrested, and she's being charged with criminal recklessness. That's it? Criminal recklessness? That doesn't really seem like too serious of a crime for stabbing a baby in the face. Can we take this? Listen, I got a bad feeling that this baby is not going to be raised very well. Listen, I'm going to just tell it like it is. If there's a baby and it's being raised in a home with a pit bull, the signs are already pointing to a bad child upbringing. Going to be having a bad childhood. Hey, Lamont, it's not the breed, it's the owner. Okay, cool. Well, you can keep your pit bull wherever you're at, and I'm going to think whatever I want. Okay, but any child that is raised in a home that has a pit bull, signs are already pointing to things are not looking good for that child. Things are not looking good for that child's welfare. I'm pretty certain. I didn't look it up because I'm tired, but I'm pretty certain that that baby was taken out of that home. There's no way in hell that CPS didn't get involved and they took that child out of the house, because that's just absolutely crazy. What the hell is this? Got a train following me. Oh, it's a tour. Okay. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Archways, pillars, rose windows, bell tower, red, terracotta clay from Italy.
Maybe I should take a tour,
600 pounds each.
and then I could do a video. Hold on, my phone is ringing. Oh, it's Scarlett. Hey, what's going on? I'm right in the middle of a Lamont on the Run video, but since you called, what's going on? Hello? Oh, I gotta turn my Bluetooth on. Hello? Oh, what's up? I'm filming a Lamont on the Run video, so whatever you say will be heard on this video. You're not on speakerphone, but they're gonna hear me. Okay, yeah, we could do that, because I'm gonna start putting those on my channel. See, now people are gonna know what we're doing behind the scenes by listening to this video. No, it's okay. I'm gonna end the video now. All right, guys, I gotta go. We gotta talk some YouTube business with me and Scarlett. Very private conversation. It's an A and B conversation, and you guys can see your way out. I will catch up with you on the next video. Be good, y'all. Hopefully they didn't tow my car. Peace out.